Cassie, your lovely restriction, checking in for my week 41 post-op lap band update. I had lap band surgery on December 4th of 2012. My starting weight was 286 pounds. Last week I weighed in at 196.2 or something like that. Today, at home I weighed in at 199. So, 2.8 pound gain or something like that. You know, whatever. It is what it is. I have been dealing with a lot this week. I mentioned to you in my last update that I have my birth control implant removed, the Implanon. So this entire week has been going through the adjustments of my hormones and things changing from having the implant taken out. And it's been rough, to say the least. I don't even know what to say. Well, I went in for a fill this morning, and I did get a fill, a 0.5 cc fill, which brings me to 5.7 cc's in my band, which I'm a little bit nervous about. You know, when I was doing the drinking test at the doctor's office, the water went down just fine and stuff, but when I was at 5.5 cc's, I went in and had a slight unfill because I was a little bit too tight. And I wasn't really sure if it was that I was too tight or if it was because of my period coming and causing me to have a stuck episode and all of that caused me to be too tight. So I'm not really sure. I'm hoping that it was just the period thing, but I'm just going to watch really carefully, and if I feel like I'm too tight after I start on solids later this week, I will definitely go back in and get an unfill this week so I don't have to pay that extra money for the unfill. I have a $40 copay, so I have to pay every time I go and get an adjustment, which it's really not that bad, but you know, if they give you too much or whatever and you go back in within the same week, then they don't charge you another copay for it because it's still part of the same adjustment. So I'm going to watch that really carefully because I definitely don't want to be too tight, and I don't want to be too tight for too long. I'm sorry, I am all over the place shaking this video up. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. I mean, I told my nurse practitioner that I had my Implanon taken out, and she was asking me why I decided to have it taken out, and I was explaining to her the symptoms I was experiencing. And I was telling her about the mood swings, and just like, she asked me if I was any better, and I said no. Really, honestly, I'm not. My mood swings are just as bad. And in addition to the mood swings, now I'm ridiculously emotional. I'm crying at the drop of a hat. Pretty much every night before I've gone to bed, I'm upset and crying about something to my husband. And I'm just really dealing with a lot of stress at my job, to be honest. Like, I had never really felt this much hatred for a job before, and I normally really enjoy my job. But there's been a lot of stress with some of my coworkers and stuff lately, and I mean, it's nothing new. It's the same old drama I deal with my coworkers that I've been dealing with, the coworkers that I've had, the multiples of them that come in and out of working at this place with me. Since I've worked here, it's like we have a really high turnover rate, and so I'm always, you know, dealing with people and their drama. But for some reason, this go-around with people and their drama and their turnaround high turnover rate, I'm not handling it very well. I just feel like I'm, like, miserable. And I don't know if that's just the hormones or if it's just I'm at the end of my rope with my job, or I don't really know what the deal is, but I'm really having a hard time lately. And a lot of it's just the stress of my job. Like, I just go home and at night I'm explaining stuff that happened during my day to my husband, and I just start crying, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just praying that it works itself out, or, like, you know, God opens up a door somewhere else for me, because I just don't know how much longer I can deal with this. But anyways, I was telling my nurse practitioner about a lot of my emotional stuff going on, and she asked me about a family history of depression. She said, has anybody in your family ever had depression? I was like, well, yeah, my mom. And she's like, do you know what age she started experiencing the problems with depression? I was like, yeah, 25, that's my age now, 25. So she said, well, you know, you might want to consider that could be a hereditary thing, and that could be what you're dealing with. I don't know. If that is the case, I'm in denial. I don't think I'm depressed. I mean, I can't say I've ever gone through a time period like this in my life before where I was really upset about things and crying about a lot of things. But again, like, I can handle crying about things. I think I just need to adjust to some changes, adjust to my hormones changing. I mean, here's the thing. When you're obese, your fat cells store extra estrogen. So then as you lose weight, that estrogen is just free-flowing in your body. There's no fat cells for it to be stored in. You know, so obviously dealing with that, I've lost 90 pounds now, or close to 90 pounds, whatever, 87, I guess now I'm back up a couple pounds, but you know what I mean, like, those fluctuations, that big drop of weight and stuff, that obviously is going to affect hormones. On top of that, I had a progesterone-only implant, so I had my whole body just flooded with progesterone, so then I had that taken out, and so, of course, my hormones are all over the place. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions about what's going on. I'm just going to give it a couple of months. Hopefully my body will just even itself out, and then if I'm still struggling, if I'm still miserable, if things haven't adjusted themselves, then maybe I would consider going to a doctor about depression or something, but I don't think I'm there right now. I saw my mom suffer depression for a large majority of my life, and I can say that what I'm experiencing now is not like what she experienced throughout my life. She dealt with her depression was a lot different than what I'm currently experiencing. That's what makes me think like maybe it's not depression. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody experiences depression. My hair is all funky today. Look at that. Woo. Everyone experiences depression in a different way. I get that, but I'm not ready to go there. Call me crazy, I'm just not ready to go there. I don't think I'm depressed. I'm really excited about my life right now, actually. I just have some things I need to get straightened out, so whatever. It is what it is. I have no words. So, I don't really have anything to say. I'm just having a crappy time in life right now, and my weight loss has kind of taken a back seat right now, I guess, because I'm trying to get everything else sorted out, and I have been doing some emotional eating more ice cream than I should. It's just part of what I'm going through right now. I'll eventually get it straightened out, get it worked out. I don't know. I got a fill today, and I'm really hoping that will help me really refocus. A lot of times after going in for a doctor's visit, it helps me get refocused if I've been struggling a little bit, and helps me get back on track, so hopefully I'll have something better to tell you next week. Shout out to Ginger. Thank you so much for your little WhatsApp message that you sent me the other day. It really meant a lot to me, even though I didn't respond right away. You know, you're so sweet, and I really appreciate that you care so much. So, anyways, I hope you guys are all having a better week than I am. Bye!